Hey, Smith Valley kids, let's go over a little bit of track one stuff for week three. I know we posted the lesson earlier this week, and some people are still having some trouble, so let me give you a quick overview. I'm going to get to the information on the track. I can either go through my classroom, or it's also on our band website under the musical adventure screen. Click on track one. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Today we're doing musictheory.net. Next week we're going to do some note flight, and we're going to start putting all three of these together very soon. Okay, so week one, there was an overview. Week two, that was the instructions on how to do Music Tech Teacher. This week, we're learning our note names. So both of these documents you should open. So this first one, instrument range chart, is linked in here. So I'm going to open this one right here. I'm going to click my little button. Okay, and this is a view-only document for you, so there's no editing necessary on this. This is the instructions. Step one, go to musictheory.net. Okay, I'm going to click on that. Going to open a whole nother tab here for me. All right. So let's go back to, let's click on exercises, then note identification. So I'm going to go to exercises, note identification. Okay, now this pops up here. Now this is what I did before. So if you've been to this website before, this will pop up. If you have not been here, it might look a little bit more like that, where it'll just pop up to us started note names. Now don't just start guessing notes, you need to change your settings. So again, check your directions. Just click on the gear icon. Let's go through all these before I go and show you it. Okay, click on the gear icon, change the settings, open the instrument range chart for your instrument. That's linked right here. That was that other page I showed you, okay? So this is the specifics for instrument range for your instrument. Click on that. Again, that opens another tab, so you can always come back to what you need. Okay, instrument range chart. So find below, and again, don't just skip past the instructions, read the instructions first like you would on any math test, on any English test, or any class, read the instructions. Most sixth graders focus on the basic level. So each instrument, you've got a basic level, intermediate, and advanced. All right, if you come across something you're not understanding what it means, there's information down here. Okay, so whether it sounds higher, sounds as written, like if you go to clarinet, sounds major second lower, don't worry about that. This 8 VA thing, don't worry about that. Unless you're attempting the advanced level, or if you're a French horn, so tuba, the intermediate level might have some of that, okay? All right, basic level for sixth grade, seventh and eighth graders do the intermediate level. Unless you want to shore up your basic level, you're not sure if you can do intermediate, that's fine, do basic level. If you want to challenge yourself, go for the advanced. So here are the levels. So let's just pretend that I am a tuba. All right, so if I'm a tuba, this is my level, a basic level for sixth grade, okay? And that's a low, 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 C, E, D, C, B, A, low G, is that right? E, D, C, B, A, that's a low G, okay? Low G all the way up to a high D, okay? So learn it, and you don't have to know what that is yet, but that is the range for tuba, all right, for basic. 8 VB, that would be even lower for intermediate level tubas. That would be an E, an octave lower. So low, low E up to an F. Bass baritones, you'd be going from a G up to a D, okay? And so knowing that that's your range, unless you want to expand down to a low E up to a high F, all right, D, E, F. So there's ways to do that. If you're not sure what these notes are, there's a thing here for you in the directions, okay? So you've opened your range chart, you checked your exercises, you're going to go through and change the settings on that exercise based on the range chart. But if you're uncertain about being ready to do this yet, scroll down to the bottom of the directions for reference materials, okay? There's a lesson on music theory you can go through to practice your note names. There's also some things on Music Tech Teacher that you can use. If you're bass clef, I can click on that, and I can go through this little page. Now this is going to be Flash again because Music Tech Teacher uses Flash. If this doesn't work, do a little search on bass clef note names. Now this is all the notes in the staff. Okay, for tubas, it's going to be lower. There's ways to do that, to adjust that. So I'm going to go back to my note identification. Timer's going, I don't want to worry about that. It's not a big deal. Click on the gear. And I want to change these settings to match what I need. So first off, I'm going to change my clef I'm a bass clef player if I'm playing trombone or baritone or tuba or bassoon. Okay, bass range. Now, what did it say for tuba range? Instrument range chart. Tuba. I'm going to match this. Okay, 1, 2, 3 ledger lines and a space below the staff up to the third line. Okay, so I'm click on that. I'm going to go down 3 ledger lines and a space below the staff down to that one right there. That's the range I need to practice. What else do I need to do? Let's go to my directions again. All right, got the note names done. Okay, step 5, done. Choose a proper clef and the range. Step 6, here we go. So here's a little picture I can look at. I want positions to be lines and spaces. Okay, that's what that says. Key signatures are 1. Make sure it's just the natural. So I'm going to click on key signatures. Make sure just that is selected. If these are selected, it might end up confusing at first. So just 1. Okay, note names are letters, helpers are off, accidentals are on. Now, first off, if you really need to practice this a lot, you're very confused about note names, turn on the helpers. That's fine. As you've done this for a while, turn off the helpers so that we can make sure you know this. All right, next question, you can choose after audio or you can do it immediately. That's fine. And the last thing is challenge mode. We want 100 questions. Okay, so after audio is on, if I want to go faster, I can do it immediately. Audio, actually, I can hear the sound. That's always helpful. Challenge mode, now if I'm not certain of this yet, I'm not going to turn on challenge mode yet. I'm going to practice first. All right, so those are all set. Confirm that it's the same, very good. Okay, once settings are confirmed, and you'll see that when the challenge is on. Okay, so let's just do a couple of these real quick. So I've done all those settings. Everything is set here. I'm going to click off. Here we go. Now I can just practice. That is, let's see, I know first line on a bass clef is G, G sharp. You can hear the sound. Okay, so knowing this one, if I know, oh, I don't know how far that is, what note is that? I'm confused. Tubas, you should know this one pretty well. This is a common note for us. Let's just look. G, below a G is F, F, and whatever comes before the alphabet. Before F in the alphabet is E, then D, then C, then B. That's a B flat. We play that all the time. Oh, that's below a B flat. That's a sharp. Same sound. That's interesting. So that's why the sound's kind of helpful. Okay, so that is the practice mode. To turn this in, challenge mode, 100. Okay, as soon as you click off this, this pops up. When you are ready, click Start Challenge, and it will reset the timer, all of that, and you can go through it. Okay, so let's see. That's going to be a G flat. It's going to be A sharp. And the goal is to be quick about it. Now, I'm not a bass clef reader, so if I make a mistake, right, I do my best. This is not my natural key. All right, so once you've done 100 of them, all you do, you go back to this little, see what does the direction say? When you are done with the 100 question challenge, when you finish the hundreds, it'll automatically stop and give you your score. Okay, and there'll be a little thing you can click on. So let's just go here. Let's pretend our challenge is 5. All right, I'm going to start it. 1, 2. So that is G. Here is B sharp. All right, so again, I'm pretending that my challenge is only 5 questions. Yours needs to be 100. All right, and you don't get this done this week, no big deal. This can stretch into next week, guys. We're very flexible on the deadlines here. But just next week there'll be a whole nother assignment doing rhythms and things. So all right, new high score, yay! So I'm going to click View Report. Okay, then I get this screen. I'm going to put in my name. Okay, you just put in your name. You don't have to put in your instrument. You don't have to do that, but it's going to show your score. It's going to show your time. As long as this percentage is at least a 70%, you'll get credit for this. If not, I'll send it back to you, say, hey, can you do it again? I really want you guys to learn this. Helpers are off. I can see that. So I can see the range you chose. I can see how many questions you attempted. All right, so that is the goal. You click Sign Report, and then this is how you turn it in. Click on Copy Link, and that just copied the link here to your clipboard on your computer. And then you're going to go to your worksheet. So there's one in your gradebook on the week 3 assignment. Okay, There's also one on our website if you just want to get that one. Okay, because again, you cannot edit that worksheet. You need to make a copy of it. So I'm going to click. This is the worksheet right here, by the way. There it is. I'm going to open it up. Now for you, it's going to be view only. There we go. I go File. I'm going to make a copy. Okay, and I'll put my name at the front of it. All right, save to my drive. Now this is one you can edit. You can do whatever you want with it. So notice that right now all this has been happening. Here's the thing right here again. I can copy link. If you're having trouble with the link, you can take a picture of this and attach this. Notice the name will be at the top. All right, so here is my Mr. Hargreaves tuba musical adventure worksheet. Okay, I'll fill this in. Fill in the rest. I'm doing track 1 right now. And then right here, you can highlight that. You can click underneath it. I'm going to hit Control V on a computer, or I'm just going to tap with my finger on the screen to paste it. So the option should come up to paste. You're going to paste that link. Done, right? That's your link, and then you'll click Submit. Or you actually, sorry, on this one, you don't click Submit. You save this. In the assignment, you will attach this document, okay? I hope that's kind of clear how that works for this week. If you need to stretch this into the weekend or next week, I'm going to shift the deadlines on this assignment. So I know there's some confusion about it, but really you guys get those note names learned. That's going to help you in the future big time as we move into, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to start writing some music on Noteflight. So that'd be pretty cool. So just get used to what notes you need to know. Next week, we'll do some rhythms and we'll put it all together the following week as we start writing music. All right, hope you're doing good. And if you have any questions, let me know. Peace out.